Okay, today I'm going to tackle painting the black areas of the exterior of the boat. I'm also going to remove my windows, which really could use replacing, but I'll be honest, I don't have like 350 bucks to throw at it right now. So I'm just going to remove them and clean everything up and paint everything, then reseal the windows and reinstall them. Because I don't know if they're leaking or not. I don't really see much inside, but I've heard that these windows are pretty prone to leaking, so it can't hurt. And I got to paint anyway, and it would make it easier to paint. So I'll show you what I got here. I got this at Home Depot. It's made by DAP Duraflex Ultra for window, door, and siding and trim. And it's black, so it should match everything on the boat. I'm just going to mark them so that I put them back in the right place, take them out, tape off my big black area there, and then paint it. And last weekend I actually did this stripe because I had bare fiberglass showing through, and so I painted this stripe. It wasn't hard. I just taped it up and then used a foam roller to paint it. And I'll show you what I used to paint. I'm using Rust-Oleum Marine topside paint in black. I used this on another boat project a few years ago and it worked out really well. It's good for stuff above the water line. I wouldn't put it down here on the bottom, but since this stuff is not going to be submerged in water, I think it should be fine. But you can see right here, I'm not sure if you can see in the camera, but this is where the bare fiberglass was showing through, and it's kind of rough right here. But it doesn't look bad, and it's nice and glossy, and it looks new. It really matches the bottom stripe really well, and I think it makes the boat just look cleaner. So this paint up here you can see is really faded, and I'm going to paint that today. So let me get to it. I'm going to grab my helper. That's the thing about this project, you got to have a helper because you got a bolt with a nut on the back side. So I'm going to get him to come out here and hold these while I back the nuts off, and then I'll push the bolts through and he can grab them. So we'll take all the bolts out, and then I'll use a little scraper to pry the windows off, and then I'll come out and tape everything, and then I'll paint it. So let me get to it. All right, sorry about the fan noise here. It's hot today, so I got the fan inside the cabin. But I had my son come out and help me take all these bolt and nuts out. There were 6 per window, and now what I'm doing is I've got a paint scraper, and I just start going around the window like this, and I've already done this one, and I've gotten everything except for the very top bead. I don't want to do it yet. I'll get it from the outside. So I just let it sit right there, and we'll move on to the next one and so on. So let me get these out and I'll show you what it looks like. All right, the boat is much breezier now. So I got my windows out, and I'm kind of glad I'm doing this now because when I went to scrape them out, they didn't seem to be sealed well at all. So it was probably time to do this. They all came out pretty easily, except for this one that shares with the head here. Here's this one, and I actually got a crack right here, and then this piece right here actually just broke off. I didn't notice until I pulled it inside. So gosh, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I've got some clear silicone I might put on it, or I might could always just put some clear packing tape or something on those. I don't know, I'll figure it out here in a minute. So the next step to do here is clean off all this sealant that's around the windows, on the windows themselves and on the outside. Let's see. So that's what I'm going to do next. I'm going to clean all that up, and then I'm going to tape up my black lines, and I'll go ahead and paint. And I'll try to get a coat on now. It's about noon right now, and I'll try to get another coat on in a couple hours. Let that dry. It's pretty hot. I think it should dry pretty quick today, so I'll put a second coat on in a couple hours, and then this evening, once it cools off a little, I'll get my son back out here and we'll put the windows back in. So that's the goal for today. So let me start cleaning these windows and everything, and I'll show you what it looks like. All right, got the windows all scraped off on the boat. Took way longer than I thought it would, but here's what it looks like now. So, and then I went ahead and wiped everything down with acetone, and I'm about to tape it up, and then I'll start painting. Stay tuned. All right, got 2 coats of paint on it. Let's see what she looks like here. Everything taped up. I got 2 coats of paint on, and I'm about to start peeling it off. I love this part. This is the most satisfying part of painting here, I think. I'll show you this corner. See if we got it nice and sharp. Yeah, there we go. Looks good. All right, I'm gonna keep peeling the paint off here. I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. All right, got all the tape off and it looks good. So now I just got to get the windows put back in. I think that's going to add a lot of I guess aesthetics to the boat. It's going to make it look better. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. All right, project is done. So here's what we got. I think it looks pretty good. Had some white marks around the windows. I don't know if that's from salt water or what, but I took some fine, like a buffing pad, and kind of buffed it, and it took it out, but now I got these little swirl marks. So what I'm going to do is once the sealant's dry, I'm going to use some rubbing compound, this stuff right here, and I'm gonna buff all the windows out, and hopefully that'll help it look better. I did the front 2 already before I installed them, and they actually look much better than they did, although they still look pretty rough. But man, this new black stripe, I think, really makes the boat look good. Now all this is all my interior cushions and everything. I've pulled everything out of the inside of the boat, and I'm gonna give it a good cleaning. I'm gonna wipe everything down inside, put it back together, and that'll be that. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you learned something. We'll say one takeaway. I just laid just a normal size bead down, and I did end up with some squeeze out here. So you can see, like right here, I got some squeeze out and around these edges. So what I'm gonna do is wait till it dries fully, then I'm gonna take a razor blade and go around it and get all that mess out. I'll do the same thing on the inside. I had some squeeze out on the inside as well, but that's a good thing. That means it's sealed. And yeah, not too awfully bad, just tedious getting all the old sealant off and everything. And yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next project.